How's it going, everybody, and welcome to the finale of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Last time, we showed off VR mode, not necessarily in the best quality, but still we showed off VR mode, and then we also showed off the Adventure for Two mode, where you play with two Joy-Cons individually and controlling two different Toads, or essentially Captain Toad and then dipped in purple dye Captain Toad. Anyway, this time there is only one more level left in our special episode story, and that is Chaos in the Grand Labyrinth. So this, as you can tell with the little imprint on top of the level title, is basically a pseudo-sequel to the Mummy Me Maze Forever. And I gotta say, it's not as chaotic, despite its name, it's not as chaotic as Mummy Me Maze Forever, but it's still very chaotic in its own right. Without any further ado, let's hop in. So, as you can already see, it's not quite as chaotic as the Mummy Me Maze Forever, and that is for a couple of reasons. So, there's obviously still warp blocks that we need to take to reach the next floors. However, there's actually less floors in the Chaos in the Grand Labyrinth than there is for Mummy Me Maze Forever. And I will get into that in just a second. I want to make sure I actually get to the first rest area before I talk about everything, because I got a lot to go over. I'm actually going to try to do everything in this specific level live, so that's going to be fun. Alright, I found the warp block, good. Alright, so we're at the first rest area. And as you can see, we actually have a Shy Guy statue, and that points out to the next couple floors that we're going to be dealing with. So let me first talk about the Chaos in the Grand Labyrinth. So as I mentioned, it's basically the pseudo-sequel to Mummy Me Maze Forever. However, instead of 50 floors, thankfully there are only 30 floors that we have to deal with. And also, a single Mummy Me will chase us all throughout the entirety of this Grand Labyrinth level. Only one. So unlike Mummy Me Maze Forever, where it got, up to 4 or 5, there's only one single Mummy Me, which is a very good blessing. Anyway, of course, as you saw, we advanced to each floor by plucking the correct mole to find the warp block, warp box. As you saw, there was a second mole in that 4th level that ended up coming out, so we're gonna have to shuffle through a lot of moles eventually. Later floors, of course, will add even more moles, and those will include moles that hold coins, super mushrooms, and super pickaxes. But enough about the little basic mechanics of how the level works. Let's talk about the enemy placement. So, obviously, as you saw, piranha plants were on floors 1 through 4, and on floor 5 here is a rest area. And just like in Mummy Me Maze Forever, you have some pluck patches you can go ahead and pull, and a super pickaxe as well, and that will lead to a couple of mushrooms, but one's a super mushroom in case you've gotten hit, and the other is a golden mushroom. Basically, this is where it ties into Mummy Me Maze Forever, because it basically features the same rest area system, if you can even call it a system. Anyway, on floors 6 through 9, nice, we have Shy Guys, as evident with this statue. And then, coming into play, will be the secret objective for this level. The secret objective of Chaos in the Grand Labyrinth is to clear the entirety of this level with all of the members of the Toad Brigade. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, how do we find the members of the Toad Brigade? Well, as soon as I reach the 10th floor, you will see that we will have a first Toad Brigade member coming into play. And I hope I can collect this pluck patch soon. I got these Shy Guys chasing me. I would really like for them not to. Okay, this is fine. It's fine. Obviously, we can use the stun feature to block these guys, which is very helpful, just like in Mummy Me Maze. I recommend you use your stun feature a lot. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get hit if I don't do something about it. Okay. Oh, there's the warp blocks. Alright, so I need to make my way over there again. Actually, oh, I got hit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I might be in trouble. Will that be a mushroom? That's a super pickaxe. That's actually pretty useful. Let me go ahead and get the super pickaxe now, just so I can bust through these guys and get to the area quickly. So, the very first of the 3 members of the Toad Brigade we need is right here. We have Green Toad first. Surprisingly, they kind of reversed the order. Instead of Blue Toad, it's Green Toad? But anyway, we have Green Toad right here, and he can follow us around. Also, something I should mention, you can see that the aesthetics have changed a little bit, and it's now kind of dusk for daytime, so it's really cool. They do this throughout the entirety of the Mummy Me Maze. I mean, it's basically Mummy Me Maze, except it's... I don't know why it's actually called a Grand Labyrinth, because Mummy Me Maze Forever featured all the rock blocks that made it more like a labyrinth. I don't know. Anyway, I wasn't a part of the naming of these levels. Anyway, so... what was I talking about? Yeah, the Toad Brigade, they will accompany you along the way. As we get to the 11th floor, which will start featuring Magic Koopas up until floor 14, we also... where's this guy? There we go. Okay. Something you really need to watch out for, obviously, with the Magic Koopas is they shoot their magic balls, and they are very annoying. So you would probably not want this to happen to you. Oh, well, there's the death. So, if you lose any member of the Toad Brigade, you are essentially screwed, and you cannot complete the secret objective. However, this level is actually fairly easy compared to the Mummy Me Maze, and you can pretty much get to the end with no issue every time. Of course, getting to the end with all the members of the Toad Brigade is another story, compared to just getting there by yourself. So, yeah. I should probably just start over, but I think I'm gonna go through the entirety of the level just so I can show you what everything is like, and then I can make my way through with all the members of the Toad Brigade. It'll give me a chance to actually focus on it instead of, talking over it. Anyway, a rest floor / finding the yellow toad is on floor 15, and now that we're on floors 16 through 19, we're gonna have flap doors that are gonna be in our pathway, and I missed out on the opportunity to get the little turnip man. There we go. Oh, and of course I would lose the other Toad Brigade member. Of course! Am I gonna be able to even finish this with any of the members? I hope so. If I could get Blue to the end, that would be great. I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch, though. Alright, so obviously the flap doors will get in your way. Your best bet is to try to time everything correctly. Also, using your reticle. Your reticle is your best friend. Don't forget that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me see. There we go. Finally got you. Alright, so now that we're on floor 20, the final rest area comes into play, and we actually have 2 different statues depicting the enemies we will see on floors 21 through 28. So on floors 21 through 24 will be the Peepa Ghosts, and on floors 25 through 28 will be Bullet Bills. I think the Peepas are the worst enemies to deal with in terms of having all 4 members of the Toad Brigade, because you can't necessarily destroy them. They kind of just stay around, and, you can't destroy them with a super pickaxe if you find one. They're kind of annoying to deal with, to be honest. Another thing I should mention, I guess, is that if you are in a bind, especially on this floor, I think would be the most appropriate. If you're in a bind when it comes to the Peepa Ghost or the Mummy Me cornering you, it's actually a pretty valuable strategy to have the Toad Brigade member get hit, of course. It's actually a pretty valuable strategy to have Captain Toad take the hit on the Mummy Me. That way you can get out of one of those situations pretty easily and handily. Okay, the pattern in which the Turnip Man, Mole Man moves is a little weird, and for some reason they do add a lot more coins on these later floors, I guess since you're getting closer to the end. Alright, let me get through there. Thankfully the Peepa didn't actually hit me in the middle of transitioning through. Okay, let's see, where is the Turnip Boy? Turnip Boy, where are you? I think... Okay, I can sense the pattern. I think it'd be wise. I'm gonna not get it. Okay, hang on. I got it. I would like to just get to the final floor just to say I got there. Although it's gonna be easier said than done now that I've gotten hit several times. Where are you, buddy? Thank you. This is the only mole actually appearing right here, right now, so that's something to mention. Alright, thank you, mole friend. Come on. Alright, I'm so close. I can practically taste it right now. Where is the mole? You are... Come on, mole buddy. Come on, mole buddy. Oh my god. Oh, that was chaotic. But now that we've reached the 29th floor, it's essentially a freebie. Because all you really have are a bunch of moles that are going to get in your way, and you have a mushroom and a super mushroom, and then you can get the golden pickaxe, and then you can make it all the way to the end of the Grand Labyrinth. Yeah, it's not honestly as hard as the Mummy Me Maze Forever. The only real hard part of this level is getting here with all of the members of the Toad Brigade. And also I got another super pickaxe, nice. So I'm going to collect these golden mushrooms that, of course, make out from the crown that is on the floor with the pluck patches. And as you can see, Toadette is here, waiting for you, of course, once you're finished. But not only is Toadette here, but another crown is. And if I were to... I'm not going to collect it, or at least I hope I don't collect it. I hope I don't run into it while I'm trying to do this. I can't zoom in, but I can zoom in with this. So for those who have played New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch, you know that Toadette and Nabbit were added to the base roster of characters you can play in that game. Well, there's also a new power-up if you play as Toadette in that game, and that is the Super Crown. And with the Super Crown, Toadette can turn into Peachette, and as it turns out, Chaos in the Grand Labyrinth is a prequel to New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, although Captain Toad itself is a prequel to not only Super Mario 3D World if you're playing on the Wii U, but also Super Mario Odyssey if you're playing on the Nintendo Switch or the Nintendo 3DS. The lineage of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is very confusing. Anyway, I do not want to collect the Super Crown right now, so as much as it pains me, I'm going to restart and hopefully make it back here with the Toad Brigade. Hopefully soon. Hopefully. Hopefully. Did I mention hopefully? Oh my god. I made it to the final floor. It took an hour's worth of recording. I'm not technically done yet. I still have the Mummy Me chasing me, but I am practically done completely with this level. All I need to do is find the mole. There he is. The warp block to the very end. I made it to the final level of the Grand Labyrinth with all 3 members of the Toad Brigade. Oh boy, that... yeah, I'm a little out of breath. I'm a little winded. It took... Let me look at my recording. So, according to my files right now, as I'm live recording, it took, what, 12 minutes to get to the very end, sans the Toad Brigade? So, it's been nearly a full hour. It's been about 57, 58 minutes since I last made it to this floor. I have gotten super, super close. Each and every time, I would lose at around the Peepa level to the Bullet Bill level. The closest I got on a single attempt prior to this, with all 3 members of the Toad Brigade, was floor 27, and I lost 2 members of the brigade in one sweep. It was very bad, but I'm thankful that I still have some bit of sanity left, and with all 3 members of the Toad Brigade intact, and a super pickaxe to boot for some fancy and fun jingles, and Toadette by my side. Let's go ahead and collect the Super Crown. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker completely finished. for the most part, because I did mention a few episodes back that I do plan on doing a bonus video, and that will be coming fairly soon. But of course, just like every single time one of these series ends, thank you so much for watching from the bottom of my heart. All I need is one person to be satisfied, and I've done my duty as a content creator. So, yeah, Captain Toad. I hadn't Let's Played it in 5 years, and I had plans to replay it for about a year now, and I didn't have the right time. I actually didn't expect to do it at this moment. I was gonna do a couple more things ahead of it, but then I figured, you know what, I'm in the Captain Toad mood, I might as well go ahead and do it now. So, yeah, Captain Toad. It's a great game. I wish more people would try it. It's occasionally on sale a lot, and regularly it's only $40 on the 3DS in Europe. I believe it's a Nintendo Select, so if you want the 3DS version in Europe, it's only $20, so it's not too bad. But since the credit sequence is rather short, thank you so much for your continuous support. Thank you so much for watching. And Captain Toad and Toadette's adventures are done for now.
Thanks for playing!
Maybe eventually we'll get a sequel. But until then, thank you for watching this Let's Play. Stay tuned for the bonus episode, and after that, who knows what will come next. Well, I mean, I know, but you'll just have to wait and see. Until next time, thank you for watching.